안녕하세요 여러분, 저는 Audrie입니다. 여러분, my name is Audrey. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot my own name. Anyways, welcome back to my channel. I am doing another Korean drama today, Korean drama review today. Wow, I can't talk. But today we're reviewing Sky Castle. I'm so excited. Why? So, if you haven't seen any of my Korean drama reviews, what I like to do, I like to just kind of like say who the main actors and actresses are and the supporting cast are. Then I'll go into what the drama is about without giving away too many spoilers. Then I give triggers within that summary, and just kind of like things that could be triggering or traumatizing, that could trigger you from anything that you had traumatizing experience or anything that went to you that you just don't want to be reminded about. I just do that just because everybody goes through things different. Everybody goes through different things in life, and I don't want to cause anything that might make people upset, or I want to help people out if they want to watch something and it might make them upset. And then I give like a rating 1 to 10, 10 being like the highest, like it was great, and then 1 being like it was bad. And then I do like I recommend this, saying if I recommend the drama or not, and then I end it, and that is it. So I'm really excited to review this drama, but before I even get started, this is the part that I knew I wanted to talk about before I get started. But like usual, I have my laptop in front of me for when I start the whole actors and actresses part. So if you're not familiar with Korea's education system, it's really competitive and stressful for people who are inside of the education system, so like students. And can be stressful on parents too if their family highly values education, and most of Korean society values education very highly. So education is a really big thing within Korean society, and that's why you have things like hagwons and people being tutored and people buying tutors to tutor their kids, and people putting a lot of money into education. Why it's so stressful, why a lot of times students commit suicide due to the education system of having that stress. So like this topic is a very serious topic, and I'm glad that there's a drama about it because it kind of brings more awareness to what that problem is within their education system. Like to me, I love their education system. I love the competitiveness, and I love how the way some of it is structured. But that's the other side of it that I don't like, that it's literally so stressful where people want to hurt themselves, or it's way more too competitive than it should be. So yeah, so I know it sounds kind of like I sound kind of like a hypocrite because I'm like I like it, but then like there's all these bad things. Like yeah, I just like how it's like viewed very highly, but I just don't like those cons of it So this is a very, very serious thing that actually can happen in Korea, and actually it happens here in the US in some places. You know, the whole scandal with the actress that goes from Full House and her daughter, Olivia Jade, and her other sister, and then like that other celebrities and stuff, and how they like pay their kids into school. So it's not to the extent of that within this drama, but it's more of like cheating your way through the system just because like you want your family to go to the top school. So just in case you don't know, also they're going to mention Seoul National University within this drama a lot. So just like in the US, we have our Ivy League schools, so you have like your Harvard, your Yale, your Stanford, those schools and everything, and then you have your other Ivy League schools that we have. So you're like your really top high school, like the smartest of the smartest get into those schools. So it basically does the same thing in Korea, but they call them Sky University. So Sky stands for Seoul National University, Seoul National University, Korea University, and Yonsei University. So those are the 3 schools. So those are the top 3 schools for like the smartest of the smartest to get in. And the top 1% you should go to Seoul National University. So if you're like ridiculously smart, you get into Seoul National University. But I heard even if you're for foreign students, I don't know. I heard for us it's a different situation. So we're about to get started. Like I said earlier, I have my laptop with me, so that way I don't fully butcher the names because I'm learning Korean. I am not an expert in Korean. And we have for our main cast, which is really weird. We have one person, which is Young Jong-ga. Then we're going to start with the supporting cast. So if you watch my other two videos, my journey for the SF9 concert or my experience at the SF9 concert, you're gonna know this person. If you're not familiar with SF9, you should totally check them out. But we have Tani from SF9. He's a K-pop artist, also an actor, obviously. So he had a pretty big role in this drama, and it's really cool that he did really well. Also, you have Jo Byung-gu, Kim Hye-yoon, Kim Bo-ra. Kim Bo-ra plays in a lot of dramas. She also plays in a lot of web dramas. So if you watch a lot of web dramas, you've probably seen her face quite a bit. Yeah. Then you have Kim Byung-chul. Oh my gosh, this character is hilarious. You have Oh Nara. Jo Jae-yoon. Jo Jae-yoon plays in a lot of dramas. He played in like Mad Dog. He's a pretty popular actor, and he's also from the same entertainment company as Tani. You have Kim So-hyung. Her character was intense and scary, by the way. You have Song Min-hyung, Lee Hyun-jin, Yoon Se-ah. She's also a pretty familiar actress who plays in a lot of Korean dramas. You have Jung Joon-ho, Kim Dong-hee, Lee Tae-ran, Park Yoo-na, Lee Ji-won, Jung E-ri. She plays in quite a few dramas also. Choi Won-young, he plays quite a few dramas. He also played in Mad Dog. And lastly, you have Lee Yoo-jin. And Lee Yoo-jin, he's actually going to be on Produce 101, the upcoming season. So if you're a fan of that, you should go vote for him. He's a really good actor, so I'm pretty sure he's going to do well on the show. So what is this drama about? So it's called Sky Castle because it's based around basically a neighborhood that's like supposed to be like people who are like really smart and rich stay in this neighborhood, and that they're known that not only that they have a lot of money, is that they send their kids to the best tutors and their kids get into the best schools. So you'll see how like the function of the importance of this community and how important education is throughout for their family. And you see it, I wouldn't say you should use this as a direct relation to understanding like, oh, this is what it's like in Korean families. Like, no, this is pretty dramatized, so it's not that extent. But like, you know, like for sure, like you have an idea like how important education is if you're not very familiar with the Korean education system. So you just see like different stories of the family and how like I'm pretty sure like most of the people in the supporting cast and they're doctors or a lawyer. So that's two big things. And so the character who's a lawyer, he I'm gonna go around kind of all over the place because there's so many characters to talk about. So the one who's a lawyer, he's obsessed with this like pyramid, and like, y'all, that pyramid is so annoying. So he believes like if you're at the bottom of the pyramid, that means like you're weak, you're not strong, you are not smart. If you're at the top, you're the best, you're very smart. Like, this is where you should be, you should not be down here. When in actuality, I don't know, depending on how you view the pyramid, I think was just a waste. So he's super obsessed with it, and he tutor his own kids. I know what that's like. It's stressful. But his was like intense. Like he had like one of those little like weird little like triangular things, and it has a little like needle on it, and you just hear the. He had that, and that thing was so annoying. And he has that, and he like times them, and that thing is going, and he times his kids, and he makes them test. And what made it worse was that he had a daughter. Ended up being very disappointing to him when he found out that she lied about something. And that's all I'm saying about that. Moving on to the next one. So the main cast actor is the only one who's the main actor that's listed on Viki, because that's where I get my information from. She actually lies about her background. She was actually poor, or part of the middle class, and now part of the higher class, and now she's part of the high class. So you'll see how basically how she was manipulated into thinking a certain way, and gets this obsessiveness with that, like that her mother-in-law wants more doctors in the family. She wants like 2 more doctors in the family. So her goal is to make her 2 daughters become doctors and get into Seoul National University medical school. And so pretty much most of the families that you're going to see in this drama, most of them want their kids to go into Seoul National University. Why? I don't know. It's weird. Don't know why. I mean, it's not weird. I understand like you want to reach that far, but like there you can tell like most of your kids don't care. And if your kids don't care, like you're just wasting your money and your time, because they're not gonna put in the effort. Then like why spend it? So yeah, so the oldest daughter, surprisingly, she actually wanted to get into that university because she's basically been like, I want to say groomed, but like that's the best word I can think of, groomed to basically go to medical school. So it's already drilled into her head that like she has to go to medical school. She wants to become a doctor. That's what she wants to do. So because she's been groomed that way. So she doesn't see any other option. So you just see how like the oldest daughter, she's rude. She is a brat. Like if I acted like that to my parents, no, I'm pretty sure a lot of people probably felt the same way. Like you could not act that way to your parents. Like it's just no. Like she was rude, didn't listen to her mom. She just like always talked back to her mom, and like it was just bad. It was just really bad, and I was just like, dang. And then it was just bad. So this is the part where it gets this one family. I won't go ahead and just bring them up because actually before I even bring them up, I'm bringing them up. This family, they don't really last very long in the show, but they're also they're the big part of the story. So their son went through this Seoul National University. I'm gonna start calling it SNU so I don't have to say it that long. He got to SNU's medical school, and you know, that's not something he didn't want to do. He got tired of going to school, and he had this tutor. This tutor, she's pretty evil, and I'm gonna talk about her a little bit later. So basically, she manipulates people who very good at manipulating people to thinking like this is the best way, like you should do this revenge, the best way to do this revenge, so that way like he could get in. So he basically tried to get revenge on his parents, and it didn't turn out very well, and I'll say in a few minutes when I talk about the triggers. His mom ends up doing something. I'll mention in triggers. I don't want to mention it yet. And so he basically leaves his parents. After they found out like why he left a note, and I'll say what happened to the mom, what she did to herself afterwards. And the dad resigns. You know, at some point, like him and his dad end up becoming really close at some point. But yeah, they left the whole Sky Castle, and people really didn't know why mom did that and what was going on. Pretty sure now you probably have an idea what happened to her. But yeah, it was really bad. And so a new family comes in, and the new family, he takes the open position that's open now, because now they have to find a new director for the hospital, because the other family was talking about the one has like the son and the dad. It finally became a good relationship. His dad was actually director of the hospital, so now there's no director of the hospital, so now there's an open position at the hospital. So the new family comes in, they are a lot more laid back. The mom doesn't really care about buying all the tutors and stuff like that, because she just lets her son do whatever. Like, he's already interested in smart in school and stuff, so he just kind of like, she's like, you know, she just lets him do whatever, because that's the type of person she is. So you just see how like their family is put to the test throughout the story, and honestly you feel really bad for them, because you think like, honestly, like they don't deserve that, neither does their son, who ends up being framed for a murder that he didn't do. And the tutor, actually, she's a murderer, and she tried to even kill her own child. So yeah, let's go and talk about the tutor. So she tried to basically kill her own child. So this tutor, she wanted to become the youngest professor ever, and she failed. She wasn't able to do that. I think it's because she had a child, and so she tried to basically raise her child to be super, super smart, and it got so bad to the point where her daughter had this mental disorder, okay, pretty to where like if her mom gets upset or anything, she keeps practicing, she keeps doing math, she keeps practicing it, and just keeps doing stuff. So she was basically like a little genius. But her mom was so obsessed with like that getting her daughter there, she didn't realize what she was actually hurting her daughter. And so you'll see her daughter, you'll see a little snippet of it with the daughter being young and being really smart, and then making her study, and then the dad was like really, really upset, like, why are you doing this? You're destroying her, you know, she shouldn't be doing this, she should be living like a little girl, she should be doing, which makes sense, it does, which he was right. And he ends up getting in a really bad car accident. Sorry, I meant to put that in the triggers, I'll mention it again at triggers. And he passes away, and so people try to frame her like saying that she killed her own husband, but no one really knows. But I pretty believe based off of her character, because I kind of bring up like she stayed in this like Korean community in Virginia, which there is a pretty big Korean community in Virginia. So yeah. So yeah, she moves back to Korea, becomes like this like famous like high school tutor to help tutor that people try to bring and hire her to like get their child into school, but the bad part is that she cheats them into get them to their college. So what she does, she steals midterm exams, because I think over there, but like I'm not sure if it's true, but like in the show, I'm just gonna refer to the show, everybody takes the same midterm exam. So somebody was giving her the midterm exam that nobody was allowed. It was supposed to be like top secret, no one's supposed to see it yet. Nobody, no one's supposed to know what it is. Only like teachers and stuff know what it is, I think. But somebody was giving it to her, so then she would take that midterm exam, or the exam that they're supposed to be taking. She'll take it, have the same questions, change it up a little bit so it seems a bit different, like it was like, and use it as like a practice book. So that way, when the student she is tutoring takes the test, they think they're so smart and they're getting these best grades, and really they're just cheating their way through the whole academic exams. So that's why that happened. So there was one character who Kim Bo-ra plays, and she ends up being murdered, and she found out she's supposed to be doing some like revenge stuff, but anyway, she found out that what the tutor was doing, and she was just like, you can't be doing that, so you know, that's not right, you're cheating, like you can't, don't let her get into school because obviously I'm smarter than her. And the girl, the main character, her oldest daughter was seeing that tutor, and actually Kim Bo-ra's character and the oldest daughter, both of them are siblings, they're like step sisters. But the oldest daughter, her dad did not know that until very later, when after she was murdered and after she passed away. And you'll see why like he's upset about what happened, and you can see like why what can happen if you pay too much to education and you waste other times, and if you don't, I guess I put it in his words, I'll mention this, that he said he did as much as he could for his mom to become a doctor because that's what his mom wanted. And he never really thought like what he wanted, he just did because that's what his mom told him to do. So he felt, after the whole incident happening, that he felt pretty empty inside, which was really sad because, you know, there could be people like that really in the world today like that, but he didn't know what he really wanted to do. He didn't know who he was. So yeah, so you probably already started to connect some of the dots in a way, but yeah, that's why the new family son, he got framed for that girl's murder, who was murdered when he was actually like, they were like dating, and it was really bad, but he ended up being a good thing that he got out. I'm just gonna say that he did get out, he's fine, but he ended up ending up going to school because like he literally got framed and like he missed so much class and like he didn't want to come to school. And so you just kind of see that throughout the throughout the drama. And you know, so I'm just gonna go ahead and mention some triggers because it's quite a bit. So if you know someone who committed suicide, or you try to commit suicide, like, don't watch this because it just comes up a lot. I mean, you can skip through it, but it is something that is brought up a lot. So I mean, you will know when it's coming up, so but I suggest, like, if you can handle it, then sure, watch it, but if not, don't watch it. Another thing, if you've been in a car accident, don't watch it, like a pretty bad car accident or anything. If you have been beaten before, don't watch it. If you've been manipulated in a way where it just wasn't, it was a really bad traumatizing experience for you, I wouldn't watch it, or you can skip through it, but it plays a big part in this drama. You'll see it a lot. Another thing would be, I think that hits everything. I don't know, I guess if you've been like bullied would be one. If you've been bullied before, don't watch it. If you ever lost someone, like, you can skip through it, but just like be careful. Yeah, so there's things I can say, you know, so far for trigger wise. I think that hits most of it because most of it's pretty like all tied together and you see a lot throughout the drama. So yeah, but I would give this, I actually want to give this drama a 10. I don't really give any of my Korean dramas that I watch a 10. And I want to do that because it's a very serious topic, and it really did like play into that serious topic with the Korean education system. And it was a really big drama in Korea, and I think it's just because it brought that light onto the Korean education system and how twisted it is and how dangerous it can be, but how beneficial it also can be. So yeah, so you just see that throughout there, and you know, I like it. I recommend people watch it. Just be aware that, you know, there are some scenes that are not the greatest to be seen if you can't handle certain things. So that's why I mentioned those in those triggers, and I tried to explain certain parts as much as I could about the families and stuff. And I didn't really talk about one family because they were just kind of like there, but yeah, it's just really long. But you know, yeah, actually let me go ahead and just mention about the family. So the other family that I didn't mention, they have one son, but like they're kind of like manipulated into like they had to stay on this side with the family who have that one oldest daughter who was tutored by the evil person. That's the evil tutor person. So they feel like they had to always be on their side, but when they found out information about them and stuff, like then like they obviously see like, wow, they're being used and they shouldn't do that, but they still try to be on their side, which is really weird. So they basically try to suck up to one person or one family just because they feel like that's going to help them in the long run, when really is just like they're just being dragged around and being used. But yeah, So that's pretty much my Korean drama review. I know it was kind of like all over the place, and I know it was a lot of information, and I said this one was going to be pretty long just because it was a serious topic and it was a lot of information and it was a really good drama, and it brought a lot of light to the Korean education system. But honestly, like some things like this type of drama can pretty much happen anywhere. It doesn't have to be the Korean education system. It could happen anywhere. You just don't know it. Some parents and some people go to the extent of doing that, of doing whatever it takes to get their kid into the college that they want, into college that their kid want or what they want, and not what their kid wants. So that being said, I am currently watching one drama. I'm not really watching a lot. I'm just taking a break from watching so many at once because it's getting summertime and I have things I need to be applying for jobs, because girl, I need a job. Guys, I need a job. So but anyways, thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to check out my other Korean drama reviews and everything. Like I said, if you haven't heard of SF9 and you like Johnny from Sky Castle, I would totally check them out for you. They're amazing. They should be finishing up a world tour soon, probably in 1 or 2 weeks. So, and then they're gonna be at KCON New York, so you should totally check them out. They're pretty amazing. Their fan base is pretty small right now, so they're not like, they're huge, but they're not like too enormous, too big, because like you can still go to fan sign events, you can go meet greets, you can still do high touches at concerts with them and stuff. So I totally recommend that you listen to them. But anyways, like I said, thank you guys so much for watching my Korean drama review, and I'll see you guys next time. 안녕.